Hello, this is Mad Cat, and I know I haven't done a video in a long time, or at least done a video on this channel, but I really need to rant right now. And this is a message that goes out to Facebook. What the hell are you thinking? Facebook, I guess, has recently done an update, and is when I I was in Facebook and I was going to do a video call with Modern Medusa. Skype wasn't working. She couldn't use Hangouts. So we used Facebook to do a call. And we were able to do the call. But then all of a sudden, Facebook's like, we need to confirm who you are. Just follow the screens. Okay, so I follow the screens. And now it's stuck on a page that wants to send a text message to me, to my phone number. The problem is the phone number listed is a landline. Now, why is it a landline? Well, when I created the account, I don't know, about 7 years ago, maybe it was longer. I forget when exactly I created it. Maybe it was 10 years ago. The only phone number that I really have is my Google phone number. It is a phone number I've probably had for about, 15 years, maybe less. And it's the one number that I've had above all others. But this was also a second account that I created, because the first account was just for like family and stuff, and the second account was kind of for BDSM, which I later turned into an activist account. So I didn't really have a second phone number, so I put my Google phone number in there. And it didn't work. They wouldn't accept Google phone number. They will now, though. But we'll get to that in just a moment. So they wouldn't accept a voice over IP phone number. So I gave them the only other phone number I had, which was a landline. And it worked. And since then, I haven't ever changed it, because most other websites I've ever seen that require a phone number, they'll either send you a text message or call you up to give you the information you need. So I figured if something ever came up, Facebook would just call the phone number and leave a voicemail or leave something that says, oh, well, we need you to log in. Here's a number. Here's an access code. Okay, pretty straightforward, right? No, that's not what's happening here. It wants to send a text message. Now, I've looked it up, and apparently, because I have Verizon for the phone, it will accept a text message. But it requires Facebook to do an extra step that when they send out the text message to me, it will say, this is going to a landline. Are you sure you want it? And you have to hit yes or Y. And I can only assume that Facebook is not doing this, which is a little annoying. Very annoying, actually. But because they won't do this, or I don't know, maybe give me another way to prove who I am. And here's the funny part, is that I can go in and ask for a password reset. I can reset my password, and it'll send it to my email. I can go through the process. My email is literally chris@chrisvotti.com. I'm the only one with access to that. It is my name. It's my domain name. And yet it wants a phone number. Well, guess what? Unlike an email address, yeah, someone else could log into it, but someone could easily take my phone and use it to try to get into my account. So I don't know why you're so gung-ho about a cell phone. Why can't you just let me prove my identity another way? And there are other ways, which I'm about to get into. But before I do, I've tried to go through the help section to find something, to find a way to contact someone and be like, hey, this phone number is not valid for your purposes. Please let me give you another phone number, or, let me confirm by email or something else. And there is no way to actually contact Facebook. There's no phone number to contact Facebook. There's no form to say, hey, do you got a general suggestion? Hey, can't get in my account. Nothing. And it's like for every other product in the world, there is a customer support line that's usually handled by India or Manila or something. I know because I dealt with this with PayPal. PayPal is a major tech company, and I had to get them on the phone to deal with an issue. And it took a long time, but at least I was talking to a person. Eventually, it did get resolved, or at least I found out why things were happening the way they did. But it's like these major tech companies are moving away from help support, from help desk. So I did eventually find a form that I could fill out, but it was more for login problems, which technically this is a login problem. And I explained my situation to them, but I have not heard back word at all from this. So what I did is I created an alternate account because I needed to get in, and I used my Google phone number, and it worked. Surprise, surprise. Somewhere along the line, they changed that. So I was in for about maybe 10 minutes. I was able to let people know, hey, Facebook is doing something to my account. I can't get in. I tried to reach out to a couple of people because I'm about to launch a calendar, a fucking calendar, and I can't get in now to contact the people I was in contact with. And it's a little annoying. I can't get into email addresses. I mean, I had, oh, fuck me. So, you know, I'll figure something out, you know. But when this was first happening and I was on the phone with Modern Medusa, she informed me that my original account, you couldn't see me. Like all the messages that I had sent her said message removed, message removed. And when I went in there with the second account, it said, well, I went to places. Well, I searched for myself first. I couldn't find myself. I then went to, hold on, I'm just going to see if anyone's actually watching. I guess not. I went into places where I knew I was communicating, and my messages were completely removed. It's like people were having a conversation with themselves. And even one that directly referenced me that should have been underlined blue, it was no longer. It's like my account has been completely removed. Now, I'm sure it hasn't been removed. I'm sure once I give them the code that they're looking for, they'll load it up. But I can't give them the code. And then Facebook's like, there's been suspicious activity on your account. What the fuck do you mean suspicious activity? I just created the damn thing. And all of a sudden, I can't get into that account. It now wants me to upload a picture of myself. Okay, to prove who I am. Well, how do you prove who you are with a brand new picture? I haven't even had time to upload anything yet. I got, you know, my avatar uploaded, which not everyone uses a face picture for an avatar. So I do that, and I've been waiting since then. And I've tried to recreate a new account another time just to see what would happen. And sure enough, it wants me to upload a photo. And I've tried going into my first Facebook account that I haven't logged into in several years. And it effectively is saying that I need to upload proof of who I am, an ID. It wants a picture of my ID. And this is what's funny to me. The account that started this whole mess, the second account I've ever had, it wants my phone number, but it doesn't give me an option of alternate ID, and I can upload my fucking driver's license. You know, that is an alternate ID. And here's the kicker is, yeah, you can get a fake ID, but I mean, come on. It would go through this much trouble for my account. Facebook has made it way too secure. But that's not even the worst part of it. So when I submitted my ID, they're like, please enter an email address so we can contact you. So I put my email address. Please enter a valid email address. It is fucking valid. It's Gmail. So I then put in my private email address, my other email addresses I have. And none of them were valid. None. A Yahoo, a Gmail, my private email address. I don't know what it's looking for, but every single email I put in there was invalid for some reason, but it doesn't tell me why it's invalid. So I couldn't get into Facebook on my oldest account, and then I just finally logged in today to the second account I created with my Google phone number, and it says, we've disabled your account. Why the fuck did you disable it? I did what you wanted. I gave you a face. Here's my face. Here's my fucking face. What more do you want? So they're like, oh, well, if you believe this is a mistake, follow this screen. Oh, we need you to upload an ID. Fine, I upload an ID, but here's a slight problem with it. And I'm going to do a share screen on it. So, this wants me to confirm my identity. Before we can review your account, please fill out the form below to help us verify your identity. Please attach a copy of your IDs. So I scroll down, and sure enough, I have this here. But do you see a form? I don't. And the moment I upload a form and hit send, I'm not going to do that because I have some private pictures I don't want anyone to see. But the moment I do that, it then says you need to fill out the form. What form is there? There's no form here. I've selected through these 4 things here, and there's nothing. Nothing at all. So now I can't even do this. I can't confirm a phone number because Facebook won't call it up, won't do extra steps so I can get a text message, won't let me choose an alternate identity, using my actual driver's license, or I don't know, just email me something to my private email account. And now, when it comes to actually proving who I am, I mean, I've got the ID, but I can't do it because it wants me to fill out a form that isn't there. What the fuck is going on, Facebook? You've made your system so ridiculously complex, way too secure, that no one can get in. And it's like, how am I supposed to do anything? I've got a fucking calendar that's supposed to launch on Monday. And now I can't get in communication with some of the models that I've recruited to be in this calendar. I've always thought that one day I would stop using Facebook, but I'm not ready to stop using Facebook. Unfortunately, I require Facebook in my life. I hate that I have such a requirement of Facebook in my life. I wish that, I could just stop using Facebook altogether, especially after all of this. And I'm sure some of you are going to say, well, you can use Minds. No, I can't. I've tried using Minds. Minds is like a place to host news articles. I've tried using Minds and I just can't get into it. It's not a replacement for Facebook. Minds is a pretty nice system. I'm not trying to diss it, but to say that, well, if you can't use Facebook, use Minds, no, there's no comparison. Facebook has the monopoly. I mean, the only thing closest to Facebook would be MySpace. And does anyone still use that at all? And even then, it still doesn't solve the problem of me getting in contact with people that are on Facebook. You know, there are people that I speak with on Facebook that are just on Facebook. There are groups that I'm a part of that is just on Facebook. And now I have been cut off completely without warning, without a way to get back in and like, hey, everyone, I can't be on here anymore. Contact me here. And yeah, I can get Modern Medusa to try to reach out to some people, but, you know, it's just too inconvenient. It's too inconvenient to do all of this. And I don't think Facebook is doing it to me specifically. I don't think they're trying to gun for me. I mean, I've never really done anything with my account. I mean, yeah, I have some challenging posts. I do criticize Facebook quite often, but it's never gotten me in trouble. I'm not a big fish. You know, I'm not even a small fish. I'm an itty bitty fish in a huge ocean of people. So blocking me wouldn't gain Facebook anything at all. You know, it's funny also is I've tried to say that my Facebook has been blocked or disabled on the first account, and like, your account isn't disabled. You're able to log into it. Well, no, I'm not able to log into it because you require a phone number that I can't access. I mean, what if, like, I had a phone number in there, my old one, and it got canceled? You know, maybe I couldn't pay my bill, and now the phone is turned off. Well, now I can't get into Facebook either because my phone's canceled. What would you do then, Facebook? Or what if I changed phone numbers and forgot to update it in Facebook? What would you do then? So I can't get into Facebook anymore, and I don't know, maybe this is a blessing. Maybe I should just stop using Facebook altogether. I mean, that means I'm cut off from a lot of people, and that was basically all the socializing I did. You know, maybe I can go back to using Twitter again, but I don't know what you're thinking, Facebook, but you've made your system in such a way that there's no way I can get in. And I'm not your problem, Facebook. I continue to use you. I enjoy the interface. I don't like your politics, but I enjoy the interface. I just want back in. Help me get back in to my account. I am pleading with you. I am disabled. There's a lot of things I can't do. And Facebook is pretty much my one and only contact with the outside world other than YouTube. And YouTube, you're trying to change your interface, make it more intuitive. I tried starting this stream on that new interface you had, and it didn't work. And then I switch over to Classic. Like, why are you switching over to Classic? Because you're a fucking retard. Oh no, I said retard. I should be banned now. But I mean, your interface makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm a pretty intuitive guy. I can figure stuff out. So that's going to do it for me. Please share this video because this is going to start affecting people that you might not be able to log into your account. because Facebook is way too secure. It's like that episode of DuckTales where Scrooge McDuck wanted a security system with a robot at its center. And he told Gyro, is it Gyro or Giro? Gyro to build a machine that wouldn't let anyone in. So he did. But he took it too literally because then Scrooge McDuck couldn't get in. So to deal with that robot, they had to build another robot, and Scrooge said, this time build it with a brain inside. And of course, Scrooge McDuck meant, a machine that could understand that, he should be allowed to be let in, and he can decide who others can be allowed to let in, common sense. But then Gyro decided to build a cybernetic suit, which became Gizmoduck. So that was the origin story. But that's what this reminds me of. Someone told Facebook, build a system so no one could get in. And that's exactly what they've done. So I'm very upset by this. I'm trying to launch this calendar, and I can still launch the calendar. I don't need Facebook to do it, but it would be very, very nice to have Facebook. I'm trying to make the world a better place, and Facebook is standing in the way of that. So please share this video. Let's get the message out there that Facebook is going to too far of an extreme for security, because there is such a thing as being too secure, and that is a security risk, because people who have done nothing wrong can now not get into their account. It was like DRMs. Like EA creates a DRM for games that end up punishing people who actually purchase the game. And people who steal the game, they just remove the DRM. They figured out a way around it. So all DRMs do is punish people who actually purchase the game, because now they can't play the game because of some stupid rule within the DRM that prevents them from being able to play. Same exact concept here. Anyways, that's going to do it for me today. This is Mad Cat signing off.